All right, another Jaguars training camp update, this time coming to you from Atlanta. The Jaguars have just wrapped up their first joint practice with the Atlanta Falcons. A good day overall. The team's both focusing on a lot of 11 on 11 and a lot of red zone work. The Jaguars offense, the first one was a bit of a struggle. Some nice plays there, though. Marvin Jones with a great one-handed grab. Evan Ingram with a touchdown. The second time around on those red zone drills, though, Trevor Lawrence picking them apart. Christian Kirk caught a couple of different touchdown passes. Got a chance to talk to Kirk after practice. He told me that he really likes the place where the offense is at, and they were putting some focus on that red zone work, so it was good for them to be able to go out there and see the success on the football field. Kirk said that he feels like the offense is at a good point and that at some point it just has to click and gel. He said sometimes it can be just one play that gets you there, but he's hoping that with this group and where they are right now, that gelling point could be rather early in the season and should be soon. But overall, a good day for Trevor Lawrence out there on the field. The offense looked solid. Travis Etienne made a few nice plays. James Robinson in a yellow jersey today, non-contact, but they were still rather physical with him. But a good day for James Robinson just to see him competing in those sorts of drills. On the defensive side of the ball, good things from the first team. The second unit, they were getting gashed by the Falcons running game. That second team defense definitely still has some work that needs to be done, but good plays on the defense from Arden Key in the backfield for a sack and a tackle for a loss. Trayvon Walker looking good. He would have had a sack today, and he almost just this close to getting an interception. He dropped an easy one off of Marcus Mariota. So a good day overall from the first unit on defense. Trayvon Walker showing some good things. No one-on-ones today. Hopefully they'll do that tomorrow so we can get a look at that. But the first team defense, very encouraged by what we saw against that Falcons starting offense. Tyson Campbell making some very solid plays out there on the field. Devin Lloyd back on the field. Wasn't running with the ones today. He was with the twos, while Chad Muma and Foye Oluwakin were in the middle of that defense with the first unit. But good to see Lloyd out there. He was looking for contact, moved well out on the field. They even lined him up some inside linebacker and some at outside linebacker. So there's going to be a lot of positional versatility on this defense with Devin Lloyd, Trayvon Walker being able to move around a lot. Overall, I'd say the two teams were rather evenly matched at the end of day one. Both teams had some highs and both teams had some lows here and there. I don't know if I should be encouraged by that at the moment. Based on the reports that came from last week's joint practices with the Falcons and the Jets, it sounds like the Jets really manhandled the Falcons from the beginning to end of those joint practices. So seeing the Falcons and the Jaguars almost on even footing out here on the field can definitely lead you to some questions about exactly where this roster is in comparison to some of the other teams around the league. But overall, a solid day of work. Trevor Lawrence was happy with what the team did. Christian Kirk was happy with what he saw from the offense today as well. Some very nice plays from Kirk and Zay Jones and Marvin Jones out there. So I'd say my MVP for today's first day of joint practice have to be that wide receiver trio, because Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, and Marvin Jones all made some phenomenal plays. Even a couple on A.J. Terrell, who's the Falcons' #1 corner. So some encouraging things to see. I'll keep an eye out tomorrow on just how the offensive line rotation works out, and hopefully we can see some of those one-on-ones to really get an idea of where the offensive line stands and maybe even where Trayvon Walker stands in comparison to the Falcons offensive line just very clearly. But for now, here at Atlanta Falcons training camp, I'll check in with you tomorrow.